channel, welcome to the stream. Once again, live on Twitch. It's Saturday night. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. Once again, you're tuned in to another episode of Rose A31 Gaming, live on Twitch. And tonight, we're continuing with our Twitch live stream series where we're playing Farming Simulator 25 base game. And welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, night, whatever it is in your neck of the woods or in your part of the world. Thank you for tuning in and checking me out. Without much further ado, we're just going to jump right into it. Basically, picking up somewhat from where we left off last week with the caveat that I have continued to work contracts since we were last on live, and as you can see, I worked my account balance up to where we're at roughly about $540,000, $500 now as we drop off the product from a current contract that we're currently working, and we're going to go ahead and cash that contract out now. And this was a contract for harvesting, and we're ready to cash it out and complete this contract now. This is the payout on this one is $6,599, and that's done. So that puts our current balance up to $547,100. So what else have we been up to since we last been away? We made a few changes on the farm with our equipment. We have leased a fertilizer spreader. Let's go to pop over to the main farm real quick. Since we missed the window on planting other crops on our main farm, made the decision to go ahead and put grass down on every field that we currently own on the main farm. So we have grass on 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm kind of out of practice as to what the normal process is for as when we initially put crops down. So I'm kind of in a theoretical phase here as to what the steps are. With grass, I think it's plant and then roll and then fertilize, but I was doing plant and fertilize, but again, I'm not 100% with that. I got to make sure I'm doing it in a proper sequence, because grass is a little bit different than how we do with our main crops. But in either case, I have also leased a roller here, and I have this roller set to roll grass and not roll like we would roll for a regular crop. And for whatever reason, the worker does not want to work with this particular device, so I'm having to just use the steering assist and do this rolling manually. So that's kind of where we're at now on our own fields, and just gonna kind of watch over this and do this one field manually, and then we're gonna rotate over to some contracts and see if there's any contracts we can automate while we're also working our fields. All right, let's just see. Completed this pass. So now we just gotta get the tractor line back up, and we'll complete another pass. We'll make sure that as we pull up on the field, we do activate lane, and then we turn on cruise control. The worker should follow the green line and stay in between the purple lines, and that's the lane that he's driving down now, and that should give us just what we need. It's not full. We're not full under full worker control, but we can kind of automate the tractor driving, at least make it where the tractor drives a straight line, which is something that I often struggle with in other versions of Farming Simulator. Now we want to do this lane. And so as we come in now, we want to make sure that we do activate lane and activate cruise control. And the tractor will follow that particular line. And I don't know if that was the lane we wanted to follow. We need to follow a straight lane, so why is it taking us? Right. Alright, now it's showing us this one. We already route that one. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, we'll just ride it. We'll figure out the missed stuff after. This one's a little... I don't know why it chopped this field up in such weird angles, because it's a pretty straight up field. Yeah, this is messing me up a little bit. Did we already do this route? Alright, let's see how we're doing here. We are kind of chopping the field up, but not in a way that I wanted it to go. I need to get lined up, and I need to go this angle here. And do activate cruise control. Follow that line. And let's do this and stuff. That I'm not as happy about. He's not following the line either. Alright, somehow I screwed that up completely. So we gotta have him go back down this lane. Now, straight line. So I need to do activate lane. No, he's going over there. I need to drive on a... Okay, I'll do this, man. Just, if he's gonna drive where the yellow line is at, and that's right where I need him at. Alright. This is making this more difficult than it needs to be a little bit right now. So steering assist has its pros and its cons, I see. Alright, I need to get that area up there. I'll just do that manually as well. I don't know why this thing mapped up, not this field up at weird, all these strange angles. It should have did it with straight lines all the way through and through, but it mapped it at angles weirdly. It's not a regular shaped field, so I don't understand that one. Alright. See how it shoots that one. See? And it's still shooting at angles instead of straight lines. This is a rectangular shaped field. It shouldn't have had that much trouble figuring out what routes it needed to take. Alright, so this time we do activate lane, and when we cruise control, it should follow that path directly. At least along the green line. And it's getting kind of late now, game time, so I'm gonna need to try to get these fields knocked out. But unfortunately, I can't automate this process, and I can't speed it up because I only have certain pieces of equipment. So I'm gonna have to do everything with this one tractor that I'm using now. So that's gonna take some time. I would have loved to start tonight's episode with something a little more interesting, but unfortunately I'm still trying to get my fields on my main farm lined up so that we can get some productivity from our crops going and start making some money back. In order to do that, I have to get crops down, but since I'm new to this game and we're still kind of learning as we go, I didn't miss my window to get some crops down. So now we're stuck doing grass because that's the only crop available now. And I think we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this shed too on this farm. Shed is just for decoration. Let's see. So now let's see if we do this one, if it will plot the line straight this time. So if we do activate lane and do cruise, now it's doing this one right. And this is more like it. Now we should get through the rolling phase pretty quickly. But I still have to test the theory before we move on because I spent time fertilizing 2 of my 4 fields before I thought about the fact that we were doing grass, and you normally roll grass with the grass roller. So right now I'm kind of testing a theory here, but I won't know if I'll be proven correct or not, if it makes no difference at all until I get the roller on fields. Let's activate lane on fields 2 and 3. 3 and 4 I didn't put any fertilizer down on those fields yet. Or did I? I forget now. Yeah, I didn't put any fertilizer on these. Sorry about this, guys, but unfortunately we're going to be doing a little bit of night work on this field tonight. It was not my intention. I expected to have most of this done before we got back on live tonight, but things did not work out that way. And while we're at it today, I want to wish everyone again a happy Thanksgiving weekend, a post-Thanksgiving weekend for those in the U.S. and other territories that do celebrate Thanksgiving. And for those rest of you around the world, I just want to wish you all a happy and productive weekend as well. Everyone around the world has their bellies full. And things are all going as good or as well as can be expected. But it's useful to have this GPS system in place, so even if you can't get a worker to work the field automatically, you can utilize the GPS system to be able to drive your vehicle straight. Note as we get to the edge of the field, the roller beeps kind of let you know that you've reached the edge of the field, and they kind of give you like a little set of warning beeps to be like, hey, I think we're here. So we want to be in this lane, so we activate lane and cruise, and drivers should line up automatically. And we're almost done with this field. And like I say, I kind of like this added feature to the game. It definitely is an improvement over 22 in that regard alone. And again, like I pointed out for those naysayers complaining about how this is just a reskin version of 22, and you can just see that at basic most level looking at these graphics. There's a lot of stuff going on here that 22 could never do. So I kind of got my spreader parked in the way. That's my mistake. We're still good. Need to go down this lane now. We got about more passes to go. Activate lane, line that up. Like I'm saying, we'll get all these fields knocked out. It's just going to take a little bit more time than anticipated, and I don't want to turn this entire episode into you guys watching me babysit grass roller, although it looks like that's at least where we're going to start at tonight, because I can't automate this task with a worker, unfortunately. Okay, so here we go. So now I look at this field, okay, why is that not showing me? Oh, I'm about to say it didn't update. Alright, soil composition now should say, let's see what we got here. Do we get a fertilization state? It says 0%. So I'm not sure. Here, rolling. I guess part of the process is you roll after the planting away, so it still would have to be rolled, whether it was grass or not. Let's see what these fields that I already fertilized say. So this drive lanes aspect of the game is good. I really like this, and I got to get more familiar with it. I'm sure there's other uses I can use this system for, but just right now, just having the steering assist is plenty for me. Even if it's not per se perfect, I don't expect perfect out the gate for everything. Activate lane and use it up. And again, it's B for activate lane, and then left bumper, right bumper down, and then press B again to activate cruise control. And let the AI assisted steering do all the work. She struggled a little bit to get lined up properly. Do the activate lane and cruise up. Trees are messing with my field of view. There we go. I'm gonna activate on this lane and then cruise it up. Alright, so far so good. It's just taking a little additional time that I did not anticipate. And even after this, it looks like I still have to go through on those other two fields and drop fertilizer, because I don't think that's changing anything as far as the fertilization state, at least not until we grow and mow some grass on the field for the first time. And what we are going to do from here is we're going to grow grass. I'm going to burn some grass to hay, other grass to silage. And that's what we're going to do for right now. Mostly stop going to do silage for profit. We're going to mix some hay too as well, so that we have hay bales that will be utilized to produce TMR for our so we can make our own feed for our livestock. Actually, I get a key there and got everything a little bit out of alignment here. That's on me. We should be able to compensate for that here on the next pass, hopefully. And that's why I'm not flipping around. I could be running other contract equipment while we're doing this, but I just need to focus on this right now and get it done. Like I said, we got 2 more fields to roll, and then we got to come back and our other 2 fields that we didn't put fertilizer on yet. Drop some fertilizer on those 2, and then we'll be done. We don't need to do with our own land. And it looks like that's all we're going to be doing really starting out tonight. So I'm not going to have a whole bunch of witty banter and witty commentary tonight, other than kind of, as you most of you already know, if you are in the community, you've been keeping up with some of the things going on in the game. We did have a patch come out this week. We did address a lot of issues with the game. Also added a few others, as I kind of talked about might happen. That's something that I do on my day job, and bug fixes can introduce new bugs. That's just the nature of the beast and the industry. But there are still a few major game issues and game bugs that Giants did not fully address in this patch. So I'm sure there will be other patches forthcoming. Trying to wrap this thing up as quickly as possible, but we still got work to do. Got one more field to roll after this one, and fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your perspective, it's my largest own field. And again, since I can't put an automated worker on it, although I can, I just thought about it. Here's something I can do here. We'll pick that up in just a second. Because I can automate a worker to do the fertilizer spreading on the two fields that I still have yet to fertilize. 2 more passes. Alright, so line up the drive lane. Activate lane B. No, that's too far over. Right. Let's see. That's great. The AI is doing better than I do. Oh, looks like we did miss a lane. Alright, should have one line here that we need to correlate to this one. Alright. Do that lane, activate that lane. Hit cruise. It should line up to that lane. Alright, so field 3 looks to be done. So tap this corner real quick. And next up is field 2. Now let's do a headland first. So let's activate the headland lane first. So lower roller, activate lane, and let's see if we turn on cruise control, what lane it follows. See if it paints a headland around the entire field, staying on the green line, or it just will cut it short once it gets up to the top. I think we're going to get the latter. Alright, there we go. Go ahead and activate lane. Use it up. And we're just painting some headlands on this field as well, and having the steering assist / cruise control work on those parts of the field as well. Right now, our AI steering assist is working along the headlands along the field. This is actually a good thing. Like I say, I kind of really like this system. Also, we can't have what is it called? The full course play, but we can have some elements of it on console right now, and this kind of gives us that ability there. It's a console player, which is great, which is awesome, which is cool. Alright, we need to plot some straight lanes here, guys. Unfortunately, the AI is giving me angles, so we're going straight. Alright, so that doesn't make me happy. Why does it keep wanting to chop the fields up in angles? Alright, we'll check that out in just a moment when we get back down here. Let's see, figure out what does it see versus what I see. Here, manually. We didn't do a good job of getting this little area here. Make sure we get that rolled. And any ones that seeing straight lines, it's not seeing straight lines on that side of the field. Sees them this way. Looks like we'll start on this side of the field. Pressing the wrong doggone button. Deactivate lane. That's the one we want. Line up on this lane, activate that lane, and then cruise it on up. Alright, don't want to get stuck on the telephone pole there. And this is the lane we want. So we want to activate that lane. Cruise it on up again. And we're almost got these fields wrapped up. Like I said, we just got to drop fertilizer on 3 and 4, and then we'll be good to go. At least at the first stage of our care and maintenance for our currently owned fields, and I just want to focus on that first before I get mixed up in working contracts or other activities. Looks like we missed a section on the other side, so I'm gonna have to backtrack and go clean that up before we finish up on this field. so far so good. Trying to see where we're at in this lane. Oh, I see it now. We'll take this one. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie, that's been an ongoing issue with me a little bit when I'm doing these lives. I'm trying to find that sweet spot for the time that I want to actually have them. Right now I've settled in on 8 to 10 p.m. on the days that I do go live. I notice on the weekends, no matter what time I'm running it, I'm usually, feeling pretty tired. And why did we stop now? And that's why sometimes you'll notice I'm actively talking and then I'm fading out. So I gotta figure out what's that sweet spot on the time so that I'm not out of it when we... Oh, God dang it. Just like that, I just killed everything. Just this. One. Okay. Damn it, I keep pressing the wrong button. I see Moby doing assist. I wanted to be activated lane. And I see the button's right in front of me, but I still press the wrong button. That's so annoying when I do that. Oh shoot. That's why it was going so fast. Let's go back down here one more time. Because what happened was, I didn't have the roller set. On the tail end of this pass, we didn't get everything. In fact, we didn't get anything from either one of those last two. Alright, we're close to getting this one done, but not quite there yet. And we're coming up on, it's 8:04 game time, and we're in the first part of the month of November, so we want to get this stuff down because our grass is not going to grow during the winter, so we just want to have it started so when the seasons roll through and we come back up into the spring, the grass already be at least start in its starting growth states. And the game does try to tell you, give you an idea of what to do next as far as the order of processes you need to do for when you're planting your crops. All right, let's see how we're doing. Close, close, super close. Alright, just got one small section to touch up on field 2, and then we'll be done with field 2 for the moment. And then we can go back to focusing on contracts. Alright, so next up we're going to drop off the roller. Says we need to unfold it to detach. All those times I was dropping it by accident. And let's get the fertilizer spreader. Oops. Park right in front of the fields that we need to fertilize, so let's go ahead and get the fertilizer spreader spread open. And activate AI worker. And hopefully we got enough supply where we can go ahead and finish this field. All right, let's take a quick look at our soil composition screen so we can see where our fertilization status is, and we just about got field 4 covered. And after this, we'll just need to have field 5 get fertilized, and then we'll be ready to roll, rock and roll. And looks like we should have enough product to get both fields done. So let's get the spreader lined up once again. We'll hire an AI worker and let the AI worker figure out the rest of it. And while that's happening, we're going to go into build mode and see if we can go ahead and do something about this shed. Sale, yes. And let's go to some of my buildings. I'm going to do some renaming. Can't rename that barn. Can't rename the shed. Can't rename the farmhouse. Go to garden shed. Oops, can't even spell my own name there. Alright, so we'll do. Alright, so now we're out of there. Let's go ahead. What time is it? 9:24. So we made good time tonight. Let's go ahead and let me go ahead and do my let's go ahead and do my screenshot now. And I don't know why field 5 is being weird and not showing the same status as the other fields. I didn't do anything different with 5 that I didn't do with the other 3 fields, but it's always something with Farming Simulator, man. I don't totally don't understand this stuff sometimes. Alright, well, it looks like we're good to go for the moment. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of our lease equipment. Actually, before we do this, let's go ahead and unload, because we do have fertilizer now. We can utilize that in the future, and I'll move the pallets around later. So now let's go back to our vehicle screen, and we'll return a few items. We'll return the Breedow K105 spreader. We don't need that anymore. And we'll return the Gutler Matador 610S roller. We don't need that at the moment. And we'll keep the KUHN RA142 for now, because we still have our TMR mix going in there. That's for the cows, which we need to take a peek at and make sure they're still in good shape. We could stand and drop off a little bit of feed for the cows to kind of top that off. And they also need water. We're going to need to purchase at least a water tanker at some point too, and just keep one ready on the farm at all times. So that'll probably be one of our next purchases, is just to go ahead and grab a small water tanker. This trigger here is very temperamental, I notice. Radio TMR. Alright. And paying attention to our mix ratio. See what 39% on the hay, 47 on the silage, and 12 on the straw. So I think if we drop some straw in there, that ought to balance it out. Let's see where my mini straw bale is at. So why it does that? So I'm just gonna go ahead and drop one straw bale in the mix. And that gets us up to 37, 44, and 18. We're at 82% filled. So do I want to hit it with the silage or straw? I think I'm going to hit it with the silage. Tractor for that configuration. Let's go vehicle maintenance first on the Challenger. Top of our fuel over here as well. So with a little diesel, and then do our maintenance. Maintenance costs in Farming Simulator 25 are a bit more expensive than they were in 22. Keep the bale spikes for now. Excuse me, the pallet forks for now, even though we don't need to use them today, but we'll be using them again shortly. Right now we need the bale spikes. We're going to be shuffling around some bales momentarily. Here we are. So let's grab the bale spikes. And then we're going to grab our trailer with the bales on the back of it. So we're gonna unfasten our bales right now, and we're gonna grab a single silage bale from this trailer. Bit of light here. I'm gonna drop this, at least some of it, into our our TMR mixer. To make sure that should be it. We have 1,418 liters and 40% of this particular bale left. So we'll put it back on the trailer. and that's how we're kind of operating right now. That silage barrel has 415 liters left in it. This silage barrel here has 2,650 liters left, and the hay bale is 4,500 liters left. Alright, so thank you for your service. Let's just park the bale trailer here. Alright, so we just about, okay, I hate the way with the latest update they made steering a lot more sensitive, so it's much easier to oversteer or overcompensate right now when you're making turns at speed. I don't know how I feel about that change. I don't even know why they had to mess with that at all. But it's not one of my favorite changes that they made to the game in the last update at all. tomorrow. Let's see. Decent. This way. That way we can just kind of drive right over here and nab it when we need it. Check what's in these barns. That's why I don't like the doors being open. Well, I think these are all good to go though. And I just had the tractor just sitting right inside there for when I needed it. I'm gonna leave those pallets out and open it for now. I'll sit shuffling the deck on them as long as we got them on the farm. That's all I got going for right now. So let's take a peek at the contracts before we do anything else. See if we had anything else interesting fall through. Oh yeah, we got a nice big fat cultivating contract, $7,000. I see that one jumps out right at me right away. Oh, we're yeah, let's go ahead and borrow items on that and grab that one. $6,000 harvesting contract looks good. And $3,000 on mowing, $4,000 spraying, and for $845 wood harvesting. They did cut the payout on the wood harvesting contract significantly. I'm not a fan of that change either. Because they still require a decent amount of time now to complete those contracts, so that's why the payout should be much higher as compared to other contracts, because the time commitment on those is, you know, much more than most of the others, and that's what you're getting compensated for. So I'm not a fan of that change at all. It's like they, instead of, in some ways, instead of in the update, instead of concentrating on stuff that needs to be patched and fixed in the game, they also kind of messed around with other stuff and tweaked other stuff that didn't really need that much tweaking, or they could have waited a little bit before they tweaked some of those things and focused their priority on a lot of the bugs that are still outstanding with the game overall. So what field is this cultivating contract on? It's on active field 87. So where is 87? Let's see if we should be able to tell the worker to drive to that location without too much issue. But I noticed, like, when you give them a target location, they do better if you keep it to the main roads instead of the side roads. Alright, so while he's driving there, we're going to go back to the contract screen, pop back over, and we'll pick up, let's see here, what do I want to pick up next? I'm going to start with the larger one. So this $6,000 harvesting one would probably be the next logical one, so we'll take that one. And the harvesting one is on, what field is that one at? Field 22. And 22 is over in this area. Let's see if we can get the... Oh, he thinks that one's unreachable, huh? It looks like the other AI workers run into some issues as well. Let's get that started. And let's go see what's happening with the other guy. Probably got stuck on something stupid. Oh, no, he's still going. So he must have got it figured out. Let's see if we can get this guy to figure his situation out. Looks like we got him going. So that's 2. Let's go back and pick up a third contract. The max we can have active at any one time is 3. And unless you're on PC, then they have a mod for that. Let's take this 4123 spraying contract on field 89. And what are we spraying? It should be a herbicide, but just want to make sure. It could be fertilizer too. It's weeds, so it's herbicide, so we need to buy a pallet of herbicide as well. Alright. Okay. And let's go ahead and get that sprayer filled up. And I already forgot what field we're going to now. 89, right? In the same area as the other one, huh? Alright, we're here. So we could just turn an AI worker loose on this one. It looks like our harvester has made it to where it needs to be as well. So we can do the same thing here, just drop it in this area and activate the AI worker. Alright, and while we're waiting on that, we're coming up on the end of tonight's live stream episode. I want to thank everyone for tuning in and checking me out tonight. You've been tuned in to another episode of Bose 831 Gaming live on Twitch. Wherever you're running across my content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Bose 831 Gaming on most of your major social media platforms: Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, so on and so forth. Wherever you're running across my content, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you like, let me know what you love, and let me know what you don't. The only way I can get better is with your feedback. It's got some significant crop damage on this crop too, probably from the hail or something. Alright, so we got our 3 max active contracts, and we're working on boosting our account balance still. Remember my goal that we're looking at is we want to get our balance up to $1 million before we start doing anything else. For that we slowly start picking up purchasing farm equipment. Before we go, let's take a look at the shop to see if we have any things on sale that might be of interest right now. Nothing yet in the used vehicle market. We're in the marketplace for a liquid container right now for support of the animals. And these are my options. We have the modded TARDIS water trailer that we can use, and that's going to set us back 10 grand, and that we can have a Unreal XL capacity of 200,000 liters or the standard capacity of 7,000 liters. Or we can just get this AB 550, and that holds 2,800 liters, and that would set us back $5,850. So we only got 3 cows. We don't need to go crazy. So this is probably where we can start. So that's probably one of the first pieces of equipment we buy once we reach our goal. But those are some of the ideas that we're putting around for future purchases. Alright, looks like our trailer has arrived, so we can just go ahead and park that over to the side so it'll be ready for when we need it. Just keep an eye on our other 2 AI workers to make sure they're not having any problems that would require our attention. That's pretty much it for where we're at tonight. go, Jimmy. Let's go. And once again, you can tune in to another episode of Bose A831 Gaming live on Twitch. Back running another episode of my Twitch live stream series where we're playing Farming Simulator 25. Thank everyone for tuning in and checking me out tonight. And again, just put this out here on Bose A831 Gaming on most of these major social media platforms, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, so on and so forth. Wherever you run across my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching tonight. Pipe out. Time to get that trailer ready and in rotation. So let's go unload a little bit. Where are you at? Alright everyone, thanks for tuning in, Bose A831 Gaming, and I'm out of here. Have a good night everyone, and I will catch you on the flip side.